Okay, so the first thing you want to do once you get your door slid up is entirely remove the inner tray and set that to the side. Then you have 5 screws, Phillips head screws, and they're kind of deep, so you'll want to use a longer Phillips head screwdriver. You got one here, one at the front, one there on the side, and then let's see, you have, once you remove the back cover for the water, you've got one here. So once you remove those panels, the side piece should come off, and you just kind of want to pull gently from your side panel so that it releases like that. Once you get it released, pull out very slowly because there's some things connected and I want to show you those. So on the face side, this is what's called the brain ribbon. It basically plugs in to the board at the front, and you need to be very careful with it. So just kind of wiggle gently and pull that ribbon out, and that's the same way it's going to go back in. It looks a little different on the other side. So where you can see the gold like that is going to be facing you when you plug that back in. So leave that hang. Then at the back, you're going to see the connection for the water tubing goes up to the water connection. You're going to remove that, and then this is where the socket part sits. So we're going to, it fits back in here like this over the panel. Then you can carefully push it in, and you just line that up. So I'm going to remove that, and then now my side panel will come off, and I'm going to set that to the side. And then when we're looking at the connection, it should be able to be read at the back side. So the outlet section should be at the top with your fuse at the bottom, and then your wires on it, if you're looking at it from the front, green, then blue, then white. I'm looking straight down on it. So starting from the top section, the socket section, green, blue, and then white. And then when you go to reassemble it, what you're going to want to do is do your, I like to do the tubing first. It stretches, and it's the hardest piece, in all honesty, to get on. So I go ahead and get up underneath of there and then line that up and push that tubing on first. Push it back as far as it'll go. Make sure it's secure and doesn't pull out, because that is what feeds the water into that small little pump here. So make sure none of this tubing becomes connected. You've got the main feed line that comes in here, and then the output line goes up, over, and inside to the little reservoir. Make sure that's hooked up. Then the next thing to do is to take that socket connection after you've got it hooked back up and put it towards the back here. Again, socket side up, and put it just behind that little piece so it'll hold it. Once you do that, you can move this panel slightly in to get to your membrane. And then remember, your membrane is here with your gold up, and you're going to put it, just take it and put it inside of that slot very carefully. And that membrane ribbon will go in there like that. And then just reverse what we showed earlier. So you're just going to kind of push it in and wiggle, and it'll go back in there. And that's in completely right there where it makes contact with the board there, the brain or the main board. So once that's on, that's done. The only thing left to do is to make sure that that piece lines up with that slot once it goes in, and it should line up pretty easily. Sometimes you've got to lift it, the bottom of the brooder, just a little bit to get it to slide on.